Welcome back to another episode of the Black Network Guy. I am your host, the Black Network Guy. And today, guys, we are going to get into routing. There's many different variations of routing, but we're going to keep it real simple. And today we're going to look at static routing. And with that being said, here we go. Let's get into it. Here's our diagram. We got R1 and R2. We set up the network that R1 and R2 is going to share. And then we've got the two networks that live off of R1 and R2's fast 1.0 interface. So over here, we got 192.168.2.0/24. And over here, we've got 192.168.3.0/24. The goal is to make this router be able to reach this network. Again, all routers by default only know which networks they are directly connected to. So that means R2 knows of the 1.0 network and the 3.0 network. R1 knows of the 1.0 network and the 2.0 network. So we're going to do vice versa. All right, let's start on R1. So first thing we've got to do, and I actually don't think I configured the 2.0 network on R1. So interface fast 1.0. Nope. So I want to go config T, interface fast 1.0. The IP address I'm going to put on it is 192.168.2.1 and the subnet mask /24. No shut. All right. If we go to R2, it's supposed to have the 3.1 interface. And I think I've already configured it. You can see it right here. But let me show you a little trick if we want to configure it again. Quick little trick. Config T, default, interface, fast 1.0. It will take all of those configurations that were there and erase them. Boom. So if I come back, config T, interface, fast 1.0, IP address 192.168.3.1. and no shut. Boom. If we do, remember to verify your configurations, you just do show run interface fast 1.0, 3.1 that matches what's in the diagram. Let's go over to R1, show run interface fast 1.0, 2.1 that matches what's in the diagram. All right, now comes the magic with routing. R1 does not know about the 3.0 network. So we got to tell it how to get there, right? And we're going to manually tell it. That's static routing. So we do config T, IP space route. After the route command, we are saying this is how we route to this network. What is the network ID that we're trying to get to? It's this 3.0 network. So we go 192.168.3.0, and then we say the subnet mask of the 3.0 network, which is 255.255.255.0, right? So we're saying I'm R1. I want to route to the 3.0 network with the subnet mask of 255.255.255.0. And in order to get there, I need to go to the interface of R2 that is on the network we share. What network do we share? We share the 192.168.1 network. What is R2's IP address on that interface? 192.168.1.2. So I am saying I am R1. I want to route to the 3.0 network with this subnet mask. And in order to get there, this is my next hop. Boom, enter. How do you confirm that route? Show IP route. Enter. Notice this S in the routing table represents static, and it's saying to get to 192.168.3.0/24, I go via 192.168.1.2, which is this interface on R2. Now, because we got to do the reverse. We got to tell R2 how to get to the 192.168.2 network. So if we come over here to R2, if we look at the routing table right now, it's only the directly connected networks that it knows about. So we got to add this static route. config T, IP route. I want to route to the 192.168.2.0 network with the subnet mask of, and what is the next hop? I'm on R2. I have to make my next hop the IP address on R1 that is directly connected to the network I'm on. What is that? 192.168.1.1. Let's do a show IP route again. Oh, no, not now. Sorry. Let's do a show IP route again. Now we've got this static route in there. 192.168.2.0/24 via 192.168.1.1. Now, what we can do, simple trace route command. If we come and we want to trace to 192.168.2.1, we're on R2. We're tracing to this interface on R1. It's going to look in his routing table. The next hop is going to be 192.168.1.1. Boom, which is this guy. And it lives on here, so we can ping it. Boom. From R1, let's trace to 192.168.3.1. Next hop is going to be 1.2. Perfect. Let's try to ping it. Oh, I'm tripping. My bad. When ping goes wrong. 192.168.3.1. Boom! Successful pings. What you guys have done, you have just successfully configured static routing. Build out this diagram, change the IP addresses, and work on the static routes because it's just that simple. The rest of routing just builds upon this, and versus static, right? You introduce dynamic where the routers automatically learn the networks. Simple. Don't necessarily jump off a bridge thinking you got to beat your head against the wall to learn it. But that's static routing. If you learned something today, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up and share it with a friend. Peace. I ain't gonna change it. A little money can't